It's week 6 of the NFL, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Jaguars and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and how they...
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Stroud off the play fake. He's got Mason complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Play action. Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mason. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard. Here's Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They find some open field here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. Stroud looking to throw. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Stroud. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
They go play action with Richardson.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Richardson looking to throw this. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Here's 2nd and 3. Richardson out of the shotgun.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally...
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jaguars offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. Jaguars come to the line to start their next. Come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Jaguars at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. In motion left, Hill. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Richardson to throw off play action. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
23 yards the pickup there.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 35-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Mason. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down.
Stroud to throw it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Stroud working out of the gun.
This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They show run with 3 tight ends here. They'll hand it to Mason.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Stroud sets up the play action. A short throw there to Strange. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Stroud. A dump off for Mason. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Play action. Stroud now. To the sideline and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And Stroud now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, his peers at this point in the season. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. He's still on his feet. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Jags are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Looking to throw. Stroud on the screen. This is Mason. A beautiful fake. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Richardson working from the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up. But
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first